drag Biafrans or to drag some, not Biafran, because Biafrans doesn't support him. We have come to, to expose the Pandora document or the Pandora papers of Peter Obi. I want to make it very clear. Peter Obi, as an Igbo man, I do not have anything against Peter Obi personally. But as a Biafra agitator, and Peter Obi being an Igbo man contesting an election in Nigeria, I have problem with Peter Obi. And for those who always try to write me to stop talking about Peter Obi, I will not stop talking about Peter Obi until Peter Obi stop dragging Igbo name to Nigeria presidential.
Offer every prayer to Chukwu Okike Abiyama, who said it.
He facilitated using. They come through the back door to corrupt the.
Not want. They don't want. Taking, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to the program today, 9th day of July 2002, and we continue very much. All right, so we are going to go. So we have just come today to educate some of you who are residing outside Biafra land, because Biafra have decided that election can never take place in Biafra land unless election that has to do with a decision whether we are going to still be part of Nigeria or not, and it is called referendum or plebiscite. So it is to expose the Fulani cabals that P2B have gone to align himself with. So all these shenanigans that has been going on, we have come to expose how corrupt the P2B allies and the running mates, of P2B, and everything that P2B have to offer in his so-called presidential ambition, how corrupt they are. And apart from the fact that we have been able to prove to you that the man whose P2B chose as a running mate, we are not talking about the election, because we are only trying to prove to you that the presence of P2B is not to contest election in Nigeria. It's not to contest and win. Draw Biafra, Biafra to say Biafra participated agitating. I want you to understand one thing. Mark this word. When you did not participate in election as a result of what you are demanding, as a protest to exit Nigeria, or as a protest for Nigeria and international community to conduct a referendum for Biafra to exit Nigeria, if you refused and you decided to exercise your civil right, which is election is not going to hold. By the time after the election, after their selection, in the north or in the west or in the middle belt, wherever the this thing take place, whenever you did not, if you did not participate in this election for Biafra, please, one moment, we need to refresh. Let us change network. We are changing network. One moment. Here we go. Right, we need to change network so we can have a stable broadcast today. So one moment. All right, you're welcome. You're welcome back. I believe. We do have a better voice at this point. I believe we do. Yeah, I can hear that myself. So, as I was saying, when Biafra people succeed in making sure that election did not take place in Biafra land next year, we will have every right to fight, because the fight is already ongoing. We will have every right to fight. But when you go into election, whether a low turnout or a higher number turnout, and then you fail, which you know you are going to fail, because in Nigeria, Igbo man can never rule Nigeria. Not because Igbo man are not competent. Okay? Now, if you go into election and you are going to fail, like you are going to fail anyway, they are going to say, oh, they continue, when Obi came out, they abandoned Biafra. That is what Obi want to do. That Obi came out, they abandoned Biafra. So immediately Obi lose the election, they come out again for Biafra. They are not serious. The international community, those who followed this Biafra movement, will never take you serious. Some of them that are pushing you today, oh, go through politics, go through political, they are only setting you up. They never wanted you to be free. So they advise you to set you up. I want to ask you one question. Those international community or some people in the West that are advising you, oh, go through the election, have you asked yourself, how many times have they condemned the ethnic cleansing of Biafra people and other indigenous people of Nigeria? Have you asked yourself? Ask yourself, how many of the people that advise Peter Obi today, and they say, Peter Obi, go to Labour Party so that you will come and fix Nigeria, how many of them have actually condemned the killings going on in Nigeria? Whether it is the killing of Hausa people, whether it is the killing of indigenous people. I want to ask you, how many of them have condemned the impunity going on in Nigeria today? None. Because any day they open their mouth and condemn Nigeria for what is going on, they are giving Biafra credit. They are giving Biafra credit. They are giving self-determination and agitation credit. And I don't want to do that. That is why none of them can condemn the killings and impunity going on in Nigeria. Yet, they come through the back door to tell you that, oh, you need Peter Obi to fix Nigeria. And people, foolish people, who have actually incited people to fight for Biafra, and some of them are dead today, abandon those that have died for Biafra, and they are shouting Peter Obi. You see, the people that you were shouting and encouraging to fight for Biafra, and they lost their life, their blood is in your hand. For the fact that you have deviated and abandoned Biafra and start shouting Peter Obi, the blood of anybody, while you were shouting for Biafra, the blood of anybody that died, they are all in your head. Go and mark it. Anybody that the Nigeria state have killed for shouting for Biafra, while you were agitating, and today you are saying, let us go by voting, the blood of those people are in your hand. And you can never escape it. So why should somebody who claim now that you are going to have a solution will come and say, let Peter Obi go and solve Nigeria problem? Now, why are we here today? We are here to expose Peter Obi cabals. Fulani cabals, corruption run in their blood. I want you to understand that I said Nigeria breed criminals. P2B alliance. P2B have proven that indeed Nigeria breed criminals. And I'm going to prove it to you today. When we come here, we come with a proof. We don't just come here to make mouth. We don't come here to accuse anybody. Okay? Now, I want all of you to follow me to a journey. To a journey of P2B's presidential running mate. P2B presidential running mate, we have proven to you he is originally not a Nigerian. He is from Fulani, Mauritania. And this Fulani Fulani are the most deadly one. These are the one that will shoot bullet, like 10 bullets in the head of a dying military man. You remember when they attacked Kuje prison, the video came out. And the military man was lying down. They shot him and shot him and shot him. And then they went back and shot his buttocks. And they shot. These are Fulani from Mauritania. They are very heartless. So P2B running mate today is originally from Mauritania. It has a blood of the blood of Mauritanian is running in him. The blood of the Fulanis that are killing our people is running in him. The only difference is that he went to school and he get education. But let me tell you, that he went to school does not mean that he is not going to defend Islamic jurisprudence. That he went to school does not mean that he's going to condemn those that killed Deborah for blasphemy. That he went to school does not mean that he has not called for the death and the killing of those of you who are homosexuals and the lesbians. Like people like all this, what is the name again? What is the name of this one that is dressing like a woman? What is the name? This one, that one too, may even be ignorantly shouting P2B. He didn't know that the running mate of P2B have called for his death. What is the name? The one that dressed like a woman. What is the name of that guy? The Yoruba guy. What is the name of the guy? What is the name of the guy that dressed like a woman? What is the name again? Bobrisky. Thank you very much. Bobrisky. Obirisky or something. That guy may even be one of those now that is shouting Obi Obi. And little did he know that Obi running mate is an Islamist fundamentalist. And he said anybody that engage in a homosexual activity or whatever should be killed. And I'm going to play the video. And some of these people who are supporting this Obi, most of them, if they are loving men or loving women, they will all be dead. I want you to understand. So what a problem today is that Sowore went and contested for president of Nigeria. He lost woefully. After losing the presidential election, he came back and started fighting, take it back. What are you going to take back? That is why they are handling Sowore ruthlessly. And nobody will take that. If you look at the profile of Sowore before he become all these things, before you see what is going on now, the Sowore profile was going high, even amongst Nigerians. When Sowore confronted the minister in New York or in America somewhere in town hall meeting, Sowore's profile was going higher amongst Nigerians. He facilitated using media power to push APC, Buhari. And then he came back and went into election to contest against that government he brought to power. They dealt with him. He turned around and started shouting, take it back. That is why they are handling Sowore ruthlessly. That today, Sowore cannot travel out of Abuja. And when you talk, if Sowore talk, they say, go and sit down. It's because he contested the election and he lost the election. So he want to start to to truncate the government. He want to take over government by force. He contested and lost. He contested and lost. He contested and nobody voted him. Look at, he don't even have anybody following him. The rubbish Sowore. That is why nobody, not even international community, will take Sowore serious, because he went into that election and they dealt with him. Anytime Nigeria and the British, they are luring you to go into election, know that your end is in the front. They have planned your end, because you are going to lose and they are going to use it against you. So now, Obi is now dragging Igbo name as a presidential candidate. And where he go, all these idiots that are supporting him, when they go and they, and nobody vote Obi, they will come back. They will say, even in his own land, they voted against him. Like you see the governors, governor of Ekpa State, governor of Imo State, even governor of Enugu State, all of them, Rivers, all of them are not going to vote Obi. Do you understand? They are not going, there is no way, there is nothing in this life that Obi is going to win in Rivers State. There is nothing in this life Obi is going to win in Imo State. There is nothing in this life, like I am telling you what the governors have vowed. Or in Ekpa State, even in Enugu State. And at the end of the day, they will say, even in his own Igbo land, they didn't vote him. And then you people are coming and shout for Biafra because you lost the election. You don't even trust each other. We cannot allow that. That is why we have decided that election will not hold in Biafra land. Because that is the only thing we can do. And let me tell you, I want you to know today that the Obi coming out is a scam. I want to prove it to you. What is the title of this particular broadcast today? The end of the road for Obi and his Fulani cabals. The question now is, does Obi operate under Fulani cabals? The answer is yes. And I am going to prove it to you today. You know, yesterday I have this program, but because we had Omwada, so I didn't go deeper like I wanted to do. So today I am here. Now, I want you to understand who is Douglas. Let us go to Peter Obi running mate university. He owns university. So let us go to the website of this running mate of the university owned by Peter Obi running mate from Mauritania. Here is the university owned by the Peter Obi running mate. The university, it is called Base University. Base University. Now, I want you to look at the board of trustees of this Base University. If you go there, you click board of trustees. If you click the board of trustees, it is going to bring these people. It will bring Mohammed Namadi Sambo. I hope you know this particular Sambo, Mohammed Namadi Sambo. You know, when the brother congratulated him of opening another university or something like that in the north, this is the message coming. I showed this yesterday. My younger brother, Senator Yusuf Dati Baba Ahmed, PhD, has secured a license to establish his second university. Second university. Did you understand? He secured license to open the second university in Kano. And they call it Baba Ahmed University. His father's name, the university is his father's name, Baba Ahmed University. where they are going to be doing all manner of meals. You know what is meals? University where they are going to be dishing out certificate to people like Tanko Mohammed and Malami. University where they will be dishing out professor of law to people who don't have qualified. University where you will pay 5 million, you will become a visiting professor. And he has become Baba Ahmed University. Now, look at the board of trustees. Mohammed Namadi Sambo, all the people that have looted Nigeria. Now, another one, Mohammed Yale Ahmed, CFR, Dr. Charles Aderemi Toye. And then here is the reason why I have come this evening. Look at this person here. This Jennifer Douglas Abubakar is a board member to this Senator Dati. Senator Dati is here. This is the B2B running mate. Senator Dati Baba Ahmed, PhD. Now, you have Professor Joy Uche Angela Ogu, OFR. I'm not talking about her. But I want you to pay attention to this particular lady here. She is the ex-wife to Atiku Abubakar. I don't know whether she's still married with Atiku or they are really ex. This is Dr. Mrs. Jennifer Douglas Abubakar. Now, what is this Abubakar? This is what, do not tell me that it is she is the one doing this and that. No. Fulani lured her into corruption and money laundering. Now, this woman you see here, Dr. Mrs. Jennifer, I want you to look at the profile. The profile read. The profile read, Dr. Jennifer is a lawyer by profession. She also holds a doctorate degree in international relations. She is a managing partner at the Meyeti Law Chamber. Meyeti. She is a partner at the Meyeti Law Chamber in Nigeria and the editor-in-chief of the Meyeti Quarterly Law Review. I don't know, they already have Meyeti Law Chamber and they have also Meyeti Quarterly Law Review. These are the group of people that is going to be in P2B cabinet. Let us even assume that in your dream, P2B become the president of Nigeria. The people that already have Meyeti, whatever Meyeti means, I do not know, but at least we know what they call Meyeti Allah, which is the fourth deadliest terrorist group in the world. So it is cabals. P2B has picked a Fulani from Mauritania, originally from Mauritania. And like I said, they are the worst and the deadliest terrorists in Africa. Those terrorists from Mauritania. Go and ask questions. Now, having shown you this, we are going to unveil the criminality of this lady here. What this lady have done in America. And we are going to go to this particular, the reason why I am bringing this lady up here, the lady is not contesting election with P2B. No, but I want you to know who is the partners to the running mate of P2B and how they are going to run Nigeria. Haven't seen Meyeti Allah, haven't seen Meyeti here in a board of trustee of the university, somebody who is the chamber is Meyeti Law Chamber. I do not know what that means. You people in Nigeria, you can help me to explain better what Meyeti, because Allah is missing there. So I do not know what it means, but all of you knows the agenda and the motive. of having Meyete, in a chamber, and then they also have Meyete quarterly law review for you to understand. So we are now going to go to this particular lady's criminal history in America. What we have come to do today is to naked those who say we will not get Biafra in peace. Now, I owe no apology to anybody. I am doing this job to secure the life and the future of my people. So anything that comes the way will be crushed. Now, I want all of you to look at this. Let me go straight from the beginning, so you know from which document I am reading from. I am reading from United States Senate Permanent Subcommittee on Investigation, Committee on Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs. I am reading from Keeping Foreign Corruption Out of the United States, 4 Cases Histories, Majority and Minority Staff Report, Permanent Subcommittee on Investigations. And we are going to go to page 3. I have read this thing before. Well, let us go to page 3 of this particular document. The woman I showed you now, who is a board of trustee member of a P2B running mate. P2B not running mate. The member of the board of trustee is the history you are about to read now. So read with me. This document say, I think I need to zoom it a little bit so that you will see everything as the, Now, it is now very, very clear. Abubakar case history. From 2000 to 2008, Jennifer Douglas. Jennifer Douglas is the woman you just saw now as a board of trustee to this article's P2B's running mate. Jennifer Douglas, a U.S. citizen and the 4th wife of Atiku Abubakar, former vice president and the former candidate for president of Nigeria, helped her husband over $40 million in suspect fund into the United States. Corruption of the highest order. That corrupt woman, those who rendered Nigeria useless, those who emptied Nigeria purse, is one of them is a board of trustee to P2B running mate. Today, through wire transfer sent by offshore corporation to U.S. bank account. In a 2008 civil complaint, the U.S. Security and Exchange Commission alleged that Ms. Douglas received over $2 million in bribe payment in 2001 and in 2002. This is the history of the people that is going to be running around P2B when he become his delusional president. Are you hearing me? This is the people that will begin to run around P2B because they are both. This university where she is a board of trustee, is becoming a vice president. Let us even put it that way. Of course, they are not, no election is happening, but let us even put it that way that when this man becomes vice president of Nigeria, the corruption will be multiplied. I want you to understand that the reason why I will continue to decimate Obi is because Obi have dead Biafrans of all the people that have died. And the only opportunity Biafra people have today to leave Nigeria, Obi can, if Obi want, Obi can come and contest president in Biafra land. Everybody have right to do that, but not to draw Biafra backward. So we are going to destroy him front and back. And that's exactly what we are doing. It is, we are not, whatever we are saying here, we are not making it up. You can go and check it yourself. We don't do propaganda. Everything is live and direct with fact. We do not come to accuse people for what they did not do. So this woman is the history. This is the corrupt and criminal history in America. Today, she is a board member in the university where this man owns that university. That is why I am telling you that the second university he has opened in Kano will become a male university. If you don't know what male is, M-I-double-L or M-I-double-L-Ls, go and check what meals is. Meals. Meal is where you pay money, where all this fake university, where you pay money and they give you certificate. So with a person, you know, if the university owner, which is the running mate of P2B, can employ somebody, can use somebody who have this particular history of corruption, money laundering, fraud, and become a board of trustee member. Who told you that she have repented? She will, you know, she will continue to do who you know, call her. She will control one lecturer. She will control the admin. She will, you know, bring money, and that is that. Your exam, you will pass it. Your thesis will be marked. You don't need to defend your work. So this is why they do it in public school in Nigeria. Is it this one? So I want you. So when you are thinking about the integrity of the people that are running around P2B now, apart from the Fulani cabal, wicked cabals, this is the integrity of the people that P2B will be dealing with. Now, let us continue. Douglas, some people say she ran to Dubai. Miss Douglas received over $2 million in bribe payment in 2001 and 2002. That is how she will be receiving another bribe from all these northern Fulanis who will be now, pretending to go to school. They will be receiving bribe to give certificate. They will be receiving bribe to award doctorate degree. They will be receiving bribe to award PhD. They will be receiving, because it is in their blood. From CMS AG, a major German corporation. While Ms. Douglas denies wrongdoing, CMS has already pleaded guilty to the U.S. criminal charges, settled a civil case related to bribery, and told subcommittee that it sent the payment to one of her U.S. accounts. Now, if Obi become a president of Nigeria, this woman will also become involved in the same CMS. She is going to do more deal with the CMS because Obi went to Egypt and the CMS is now coming to do their power installation. So this woman haven't have a history with the CMS. They are also going to go into the crime again because it is in their blood. I want you to understand that the bird of the same feather flock together. Now, in 2007, Mr. Abubakar was the subject of corruption allegation in Nigeria related to the Petroleum Technology Development Fund. Today, these same people have rounded. Abubakar is in the other side contesting. The wife is in the other side in the company and in the circle of the people contesting under Obi as a vice president. They are all cabals in the same circle. Now, of the $40 million in suspect fund, $25 million was wire transfer by offshore corporation. I hope you understand that there is something similar and connection between this story and the story of Peter Obi. Peter Obi have been accused of offshore. Atiku Abubakar here is being accused of offshore. So all of them know the business they do. They open offshore account, they loot Nigeria, they put the money there, and you all die of hunger. And Obi will come as a businessman pretending that he's doing container business while he has $15 million somewhere in offshore, using 75% of it to fund the debt and the borrowing. Do you understand the game now? All of them, they are the cabals. The same thing. They own this offshore account. They do this business together. And Obi is one of them. That is why all of them, they know what they are doing. We told you that Obi is not contesting for any presidential election. He's only coming to distract Biafra agitation. They know that the agitation have gathered momentum. And some of you, those who are lily-livered, you fall for it. You fall for it. But you will be delivered very soon as we are heading to September. Before then, all of you will turn around. But the question is, do you know the damage you could have done? Or do you know the damage you would have done by then when you finally turn your back by September or before September this year? So we don't want you to wait until September. Now, the 25 million was wire transfer by offshore corporation into more than 30 US bank accounts opened by Miss Douglas, primarily by Genesis Trust Company Nigeria Limited, Gate to Go Limited Incorporated, and Sema Holding Limited. The US bank maintaining those accounts were at time unaware of her PAPE status. The same status, the same thing Peter Obi have done. The same thing Peter Obi have done. There is no difference between this story and the story of Peter Obi. Opening this account, opening that account. Peter Obi even open account another company with the initial name of all his family members. And they allowed multiple large offshore wire transfer into her account. As each bank began to question the offshore wire transfer, Ms. Douglas indicated that all of the funds came from her husband and professed little familiarity with the offshore corporation actually sending her money. When one bank closed her account due to the offshore wire transfer, her lawyer helped convince other banks to provide a new account. This is the people that surrounded the vice presidential candidate of Peter Obi. In addition, two of the offshore corporation wire transfer about 14 million over 5 years to American University, the same university. I want you to understand, these people are one. The Peter Obi running mate is now opening university. The one who have laundered Nigeria money, stolen money, criminals, is now board of trustee in this university of Peter Obi running mate. The same scam and the crime have continued. She have not stopped the crime. She have not stopped the crime of opening university. Atiku Abubakar also opened his own university called American University. This is where this one crime happened. The university, American University in Washington, D.C. They paid 14 million to this university just to recognize them, so that they will use it to give certificate to Northern Fulanese. That is why some of them will tell you, if you see doctors speaking and the reasoning, you will be wondering. All of them are getting their certificate from these schools. And to pay for consulting services related to the development of a Nigerian university founded by Mr. Abubakar Atiku. American University accepted the wire transfer without asking about the identity of the offshore corporation or the source of their fund, because under current law, the university had no legal obligation to inquire. That is how this particular crime have continued. So I believe that you have seen the similarity and the link between P2B, the link between P2B, Atiku Abubakar, and this woman and the running mate. The link between them is the offshore account. The link between them is this particular university business. The link between them is money laundering. The link between them is corruption, criminality, and what have you. Now, it didn't end here. Let us go back to bring you the picture and the profile of the woman again, so that you will understand what we are talking about. So this is again the base university, and we are going to close this one, and you are going to see them here. The base university board of trustee. Base university board of trustee. You see, if you go there to see this, this is the website. This is the website. Board of trustee. You go there, you are going to see the number one is Sambo, number two is this, all these Islamist looking people, extremist looking people, and then you come here, you see the government. So the woman, I just read her history now, her criminal record and criminal history now is here. And this man, see her as a right person, you know, to be part of the board of trustee for money laundering, because she have experience in that. If I go to read the history of how this woman squandered millions of dollars, you will run mad. But this is the what is going on. Now, let us now go to Peter Obi. One moment. Oh, let us go to the running mate video. I want all of you to listen to that.
The bill to prohibit same-sex marriage was passed. Although many lawmakers were for the prohibition.
If you look at it, for those of you who are homosexual, for the homosexual people, if you are a Nigerian and you are a homosexual, they say this man that is running mate to P2B, if you are a homosexual, he is advocating for your head to be cut off. He say, by death. I want all of you to listen to it.
Prohibition of same-sex marriage in Nigeria, some lawmakers disagreed on the punishment clause prescribed in the proposed bill for those who engage in same-sex marriage.
This is him. He said same-sex marriage deserves to die. Now, so for some of you who are running around because you see P2B and you are a homosexual like all these people dressing like women and all that, if you go and continue to support this man, they say he is proposing that people should be killed. You people should be killed in Nigeria. I want you to listen and watch him.
Proposed bill for those who engage in same-sex marriage.
Actually, such elements in society should be killed.
Sex marriage.
Actually, such elements in society should be killed.
Sex marriage.
Actually, such elements in society should be killed.
In same-sex marriage.
Actually, such elements in society should be killed.
Bill's bill for the.
He said, such people, such element in the society should be killed. I will now try to make the voice not to be double, so I want you to listen.
Those who engage in same-sex marriage.
Actually, such elements in society should be killed.
Bill for those who engage in same-sex marriage.
Actually, such elements in society should be killed.
Bill for those who engage in same-sex marriage.
Actually, such elements in society should be killed.
Islamist fundamentalists, the extremists. That is why I told you, all those people from Mauritania, they are very, very extremist. Honestly, look at him. He come from Mauritania originally. He come to Nigeria. He's advocating for LBT or whatever they call them, that if anybody that is caught for same-sex marriage, the person should be killed. Nobody is supporting them. Nobody is supporting them. But I'm telling you, if Bobrisky, what is he called? Bobrisky also, if he is one of those who are saying third force, we are third force with his addressing, or what is the other one? What is it called? You know, that is the other one that is doing like this. So if they are actually ignorantly coming that they carry crowd, oh, they have followers. Let us do third force. Let us do fourth. You, this man, after doing your third force, the way they are treating Sowore now is going to be like heaven. Because Sowore own is that Sowore helped these people to come to power. And today, he has, since these people come to power and Sowore contested election, he has never known peace. And that is the price of the wicked. That is the price of a wicked man. You pay the price of being wicked. Because Sowore labels Jonathan with his Sahara reporter, just like what they are doing to us now. You know, just like what Sowore and his Sahara reporter are doing to me. There is nothing they have not written about me. Whenever these people cough, they write. Whenever that one cough, they write. Whenever this one cough, they write. They say Simon Ekpa is a criminal, they write. They say Simon Ekpa is a sabo, they write. They say Simon Ekpa is a self, whatever, they write. You know, they say they give Simon Ekpa 14 days, they write. There is nothing Sahara reporter have not written about me, about IPOB, including against our ESN. The same thing they did to Jonathan. Today, Sowore is paying the price. So what am I trying to say? Some of you who are homosexual and you are hiding it, you are going to die. I want you to listen to it. He said it. I didn't say it. Now listen to it. Even this, even the Satan that you have now as a president, with all the thing, you know, they have not said everybody should be killed. At least we have not seen anybody that has been killed. But look at him. He is there, standing that anybody that is involved in same-sex marriage should be killed, deserve to die. I didn't say it. Listen to him.
In the proposed bill for those who engage in same-sex marriage.
Actually, such elements in society should be killed.
Who engage in same-sex marriage.
Actually, such elements in society should be killed.
Who engage in same-sex marriage.
Actually, such elements in society should be killed.
Who engage in same-sex marriage.
Actually, such elements in society should be killed.
I think we are right to say we should punish it, or we should not over-punish.
You hear that? Those from the south, they say we should punish them, but we should not over-punish. Why the person that Peter Obi choose as a running mate say they deserve to die? Do you understand? This is what we call the dangerous diversity. And let me tell you, let us assume that, okay, this election is happening and, you know, and he become the vice president. You think he's going to listen to Peter Obi? The North will make sure that the law to kill anybody that does that will be implemented. It's just like what they did to Atiku, what happened between Atiku and Obasanjo. Now, listen to him again.
The bill to prohibit same-sex marriage was passed. Although many lawmakers were for the prohibition of same-sex marriage in Nigeria, some lawmakers disagreed on the punishment clause prescribed in the proposed bill for those who engage in same-sex marriage.
Actually, such elements in society should be killed.
For those who engage in same-sex marriage.
Actually, such elements in society should be killed.
I think we are right to say we should punish it, but we should not over-punish.
You hear that? We should punish, but we should not over-punish. Why Peter Obi running mate is saying we should kill them? Let me tell you. Remember the same thing Atiku did. Atiku supported killing of Deborah. How do you want to be in a country like that? The person contesting to be president of that PDP have come to say, yes, kill Deborah, kill anybody that blackmailed, that did blasphemy, whether the person is a Muslim or not. Is that the country you want to be part of? Is that the kind of country you want? When civilization have entered, you are having what we call haram. This is exactly what Boko Haram is preaching. And let me tell you today, a lot of you don't know what is going on. Do you know that the attack, the intel we have, the attack in Kuje prison was just a deliberate exchange for the kidnapped Abuja Kaduna victim? Are you aware of that? Are you aware? No, you don't know. Let me tell you people today. The people that were released from Kuje prison can never ever be arrested. In fact, they will not even search for them, because that was an exchange to release the people that were kidnapped along Abuja Kaduna Expressway. And after that so-called attack, they have released the people. Are you aware of that? You don't know? Now let me bring it to you. You know why I'm bringing this particular issue now is that how will P2B solve it? How will the election solve it? That why you have them in the government? You have these people in the government. You do not, you don't know what is going on. Let me show you. We come with proof. We don't come here to make, to do propaganda. I want you to listen. Now, this is the plan between the government and the terrorists. They asked them to exchange the terrorists, to release the terrorists from the prison. They said no, that it will bring a very big condemnation from international community and all that if they hear that there is a prison swap. So what did they do? They asked them to come and attack the prison, that they are going to remove the military people or the security guarding the prison. They are going to remove the security guarding the prison. So what I'm telling you is intel. They removed the security. That was the reason why you hear the report that the security was posted 24 hours or a few hours before the attack. Now they removed the security. They came, operated freely, and destroyed the cars and the buses so that it will look as if it was really attacked. Now, I want you to tell me, do you know how many people that were killed in the prison? Have they made public how many people that was killed in the prison? Can Nigeria ask question? Can the journalists ask question? Ask question. Have Nigeria released the number of people killed in the attack in the prison? Or is that one not part of the report? Is that one not part of news? They should say the prison had been attacked and the 10 people died and 3 persons died or 5 people died. And did you hear that? I am asking you now, but I know after making this program, they are going to be talking about it. They will know that they have messed up. Did you hear anywhere that after this attack in Kuje prison, that 1 police officer was killed, 2 police officers was killed, 3 military personnel were killed, or those on guard was killed? Or I want to ask you today, did you hear anything like that? You didn't hear. I didn't hear. Ask yourself why. Ask yourself why. Why is it that this particular attack happened and we did not hear that somebody died? Meanwhile, when they released the video, when the ISWAP released the video of the attack, or we don't know whether it is the attack, but they released the video and people are saying that this is the Abuja attack. We saw that they shot somebody who was lying on the floor. We do not know that place does not look like a Kuje prison, but they say it's a prison. But we saw where they were shooting somebody, and the person was lying on the floor, and he was shot on the head. But I am suspecting that particular video may be from the northern, from the northern part, Boko Haram. So, but I want to ask you today, you that is shouting P2B, have you heard where they say that in this Kuje prison attack, 2 persons were injured, 3 persons were injured, 5 persons were injured, they are in the hospital, 10 people killed, and they have deposited their body in the mortuary. Is it not what you normally hear? So how can this attack happen and we didn't hear that? Now, I have told you, it is the arrangement between the between the Fulani controlled government and the Boko Haram ISWAP. So they say, we don't want to release this thing because it will leak. So what you have to do is come. We are going to make sure we neutralize the security there and come do this attack, burn the things, and let it look as if actually attack took place. They came, they did exact that, and they released all the Boko Haram members. And nobody will arrest them again. Today, they have released these particular people that were they kidnapped from Abuja Kaduna Expressway. That is the agreement. And they have come to say, Kaduna train attack, terrorists release 7 more kidnapped passengers. And in exchange, 7 persons in exchange to over 100 and something or how many people, Boko Haram, very, very deadly Boko Haram members released. You see it? The story, look at it. 7 more kidnapped passengers of March 28 train attack in Kaduna State have been released by terrorists who attacked the train. This is the exchange that just happened here. Victims were released by their abductors on Saturday after spending over 100 days in captivity. The security agencies are yet to confirm the development, but a member of the negotiating team and media consultant to Kaduna-based Islamic cleric Sheikh Ahmed Gumi Toku Mamu told Channel Television that the kidnapped victims were released based on dialogue and negotiation with the terrorists. Are you hearing that? Now, if this is actually the truth, why are the security afraid to talk about the release? Because they know that it is very difficult to convince Nigerians that you negotiated their release. How did you negotiate their release? They're going to ask questions. Although they have stopped asking questions, the Channel Television and all the media in Nigeria has been caged. Nobody can ask any reasonable question anymore. But if you put a question to the police and, how did you negotiate this release, they will never answer you. But I'm telling you today in this exposition that from the intel available to us was that they have exchanged these prisoners with the people, 7 people that were released. And you ask yourself, they released only 7. Thank you very much. Because they are going to attack more prisons. They are going to attack more prisons, in exchange for other people that are remaining. And that is why a lot of information are coming that they want to attack DSS, the DSS and all that. We're going to see how that is going to happen. Now, it didn't end here. After this attack, you see, I want you to listen to this video. You will understand that a man called Ndume, all of you know who is Ndume. Before we go into bringing Ndume to this particular program, I want you to understand that when we are telling you that terrorists have been recruited into Nigeria Army, into civil defense, into custom, into WADA, prison WADA, into all these things, they are all in charge of it. Today, I am going to show you a report that says a prison security was a former Boko Haram member. I wouldn't say former, is so-called a repentant Boko Haram member. Are you aware of that? I want you all to this. This is happening in Nigeria. And when we are shouting, some of you don't know. Some of you don't know. I want you to listen to this. Shocking. See how ex-Boko Haram fighter become Nigeria prison official. Ex-Boko Haram fighter become Nigeria prison official. Do you see that? It is only in Nigeria. How are you going to solve this problem? How will we know who is the prison officer and who is a terrorist? How will you know in the Nigerian army who is a terrorist and who is a Nigerian army? That is why all of them in Biafra land are terrorists. And we're going to treat them as such. I am telling you. I want you to read with me. Leaked internal document on the security situation at the prison facility shows that Mr. Yohana's Boko Haram background was detected following the dexterity he displayed with gun handling during training. While on training, he was found to be more versatile in the use and operation of firearms. The leaked file obtained by Premium Times revealed upon further interrogation and collaboration finding, he confessed to having been abducted and held hostage by members of Boko Haram for 2 years. It's all lies. They have released all Boko Haram to come to join the army, to join the police, to join the custom. They are everywhere. How are you going to now identify who is the Boko Haram? That is why to end Nigeria is the solution. Do you understand? Let us continue. It is unclear if Mr. Yohana's claim that he fought for Boko Haram against his will is true. He's merely tried to downplay his past. How can somebody who actually fought for Boko Haram will come to admit that he has fought for Boko Haram? Of course, the idea is that they release these people, they tell them to go and hands up, and they will treat them like God they are, and they will go and join Nigerian army, and they will claim that they fought for Boko Haram against their will. You think somebody who fought Boko Haram will come and tell you, yes, I fought for Boko Haram, and but now I regret fighting for Boko Haram. They will always tell you that it was against their will. How do you think a criminal will come, and the criminal and the terrorist will come to admit like that? Now, authorities have so far failed to launch needed inquiry needed to scrutinize the prison official claim and determine his real past. They always fail. They are not interested in hearing that somebody is, that somebody in the agency is a Boko Haram. They don't want to hear that because they know. They don't. I want you to know that anybody you touch today from the Nigeria government, they are not interested when you say somebody is a Boko Haram member in Nigeria army. They are not interested. No. They don't want to hear that because they know. But so I want to prove it to you now. Now listen to this.
The Senate President said, what? And there is an insider.
Senate President said that this Kuje prison attack, there is an insider, and Ali Ndume don't want to hear that insider. He said, forget about that. I don't want to talk about insider. I want to talk about the solution. But the solution have to come with the problem of insider. But of course, they don't want to hear the insider. They don't want to hear anything. They want to hear the solution. How are you going to solve it when you cannot solve it from the fundamental? If the people that are doing this thing is insider and you don't want to hear about it, how will you solve it? So I want you to listen and see how they are saying it, they are demonstrating it, they are doing it physically and otherwise. Now listen.
The Senate President said, what? That there is an inside. It's not like all this. I don't want to get into that. You don't just start speculating with serious business or this. If there is, who say who he is or how?
Okay.
All I'm saying is that we have a problem with the fundamental purpose of government in this country. The fundamental purpose in government, as stated in the Constitution, is security and welfare of its citizens.
But somebody is telling you that your Senate President, who is privy to some certain information, say that there is an intel, that there is an insider. And then you say you don't want to hear it. Listen.
And we're not doing well in that. The earlier we realize that we need to get more people to police, more intelligence, more security.
He is talking about more people, more security, so that they will continue to kill and reduce our people. And they will continue to add more Boko Haram into the security
agencies, personnel, and the better for us. But we are not doing good in that area. No, I mean, you do not agree with what the Senate President said.
Listen, he get angry, self. This man got angry. He said, why are you talking about Senate President? Am I Senate President? Talk about if this is why he invited me here. If I know that this is what he invited me here to do, I will not come here. I want you to listen.
I'm joining me with Senate President. That is his own opinion. If he has an insider and he has the information, why don't you share it with other people? I thought you say we're coming to discuss how do we solve this problem, not what the Senate President says.
Are you getting that?
No. You are not asking the right person. Go and ask the Senate President who are those that he said are inside.
If you look at what happened there on the ground and how the operation of these elements happened, and perhaps the inkling of those who think that this could not have happened without the help of people on the inside. Do you believe that it was a compromise?
Why are you? I didn't know that this is what we are going to discuss. Honestly, I don't know.
Why? Are you hearing that? He said he don't know that this is what he was coming here to discuss. And honestly, he wouldn't have come.
Don't talk about the solutions.
Okay.
Get more people to do their job. Not what the Senate President said.
Are you hearing? Get more people. How can you get more people when you have people inside that? How can you get more? So what he's telling you now is that we come. They say Nigerian military 82 division have Boko Haram in them, and they have been killing people in Enugu. And what you can do is that no, don't talk about it. Bring more military to 82 division. How will that solve the problem? How would that solve the problem without identifying the Boko Haram in the military in the 82 division that are killing our people? So how will you solve it? Now they are telling him that this kind of thing, they say that there is an intel which suggests there is an insider. He said he don't want to listen to that. If that is why you invited me here, I wouldn't have come, because he know that truly there is an insider. And he know that is the mechanism they have used. And he know that is what they are using to try to conquer Nigeria, to change the demography of Nigeria. So he don't want to talk about it. What he want to do is to bring more people to come so that they will be shooting them from the back.
The issue of fifth columnist is there an issue about fifth columnists in the Nigerian state?
How would I know? How would you know?
Okay.
This is where this country is moving forward.
All right.
You are taking so much of our time talking about what Senate President said. Why don't you call him and ask him? Why should you ask me? My name is Senator Ali. Let me remind you.
A member of the Senate.
Yes, but I've not seen the Senate President for a while. Why would you bring me here to start asking me? I thought we would be talking about how to solve this problem.
Aren't we talking about that?
No, you are talking about Senate President and you say
And the implication of what is because there is a very strong.
He said, oh my God, he is getting pissed off. Hey! He is getting pissed off. And he is getting pissed off. Who was this? He said, oh my God, why did you come in here to talk? Because he don't want to talk about it. Now, the question I want to ask you, some of you, that apart from all the exposition we have done so far, how will 100 of P2B solve this problem? You see, This is what we ask. We say, come and tell us, how will 100 of P2B solve this problem? Even now, the P2B have gone to pick an extremist that is more extreme than this man here. He go and pick him because that is the only way he can make impact. You can never do anything in Nigeria without involving the terrorist Fulani. You can't. And once you go in alliance with them, you are handicapped. It happens to everybody. So what is it that you are looking for that you think P2B can do when he is already handicapped? The same brother of this man, who is a running mate to P2B, said that they can never support any Southerner except that support will be for their interest. Now let us listen to Ndume.
What he said. President about there is an inflation in our military and our security.
Come and say, go and answer, please.
Okay, let's talk about the solution. If you don't want to respond to what he said, let's talk about what he said.
He said he don't want to. He said he don't. Have you people seen it? He said he don't want to. They know the truth.
If you assess the situation properly, should we have had these elements being kept in this place for this longer time? Now, how do we move away from having them being kept? Because you said that not in Kenji, several other correct.
Now, having listened to what this man said, I want you to look at, this is Dr. Hakim Baba Ahmed, the P2B presidential running mate brother. This is what he wrote. Somebody confronted him with a question about Islamization of Nigeria and genocide taking place. Do you know what the family of P2B running mate, do you know what they have? Do you know what they have to say? The family ideology of P2B running mate, that is that, no, I don't believe there is ethnic genocide and jihad taking place in Nigeria. But I could be wrong. Kindly tell me where the genocide is taking place, who is doing it, and against whom. Where is the jihad? Please give me fact, not social media driven. Help me know and understand. This is the tweet coming from P2B running mate senior brother called Hakim Baba Ahmed. So if P2B become a president, this is the people that will be running the affair. This man will become the second Abba Kaire, the late Abba Kaire that died with the control of Buhari's government. He is going to become the second Abba Kaire. Do you understand that? He is going to become the second Abba Kaire, and it is going to even be worse than that. So ask yourself, what exactly, how is P2B and those supporting P2B is going to handle the issue of this dangerous diversity? This man do not believe that you are being killed in the East. This man do not believe that there is genocide going on in Nigeria. Why you are supporting P2B? Because you feel that there is genocide happening. The family of the running mate of P2B don't believe that is genocide, because it is normal thing to them to kill others and take over what belongs to them. That is normal. So I want you to understand what you are going into and the nonsense you have been doing instead of supporting your freedom. For those who actually were fake. Did you see that? Now let us continue.
Facility. These guys are being kept there. How did we get there? How do we move away from that?
Let me adjust this discussion, please. I'm not here to be lamenting.
Okay.
I thought I'm here to discuss the solution to this problem, and that is the topic you put across.
How can you discuss solution when actually the people are in the government? So before you solve it, you need to root out the people in the government. That's how to solve it. You don't solve it by bringing people on top of them.
Why would you come and be talking about lamenting? We have a security problem in this country. The height of it is one that we witnessed for yesterday. What do we do? What we need to do, number one, is to get enough security agents on ground, on personnel on ground, in institutions like this, or even areas of public interest. If there were enough soldiers, enough well-equipped, well-trained personnel at that facility, those ragtag boys that came in, even they are not that professionally trained, maybe they have one, but I'm sure they are not as trained as the Nigerian police, the Nigerian army. How come they come there? It's because they don't have, that place is not fortified enough. Those places don't have what they need technically, like cameras, like drones, like all things that they can use in order to address this matter. So the Nigerian government, as a matter of urgency, needs to look at other areas. Because this is not the first time. There have been prison breakouts in Edo, and so many areas. But nothing tangible or concrete has been done about it. No steps. When we come, we start.
What he is advocating for now is to, thank you very much, Edith Okonkwo. What he's advocating for now is to get more Boko Haram people into the military, into the police, because nobody from the south is going to, that the recruitment have dropped, drastically. We have stopped them. So nobody from the south is interested. That is why they are recalling even the retired one. Those they have retired, those they expelled from the military. They are begging them to come back. Who is going to do that? Did you not hear that? Did you not hear that Nigerian military are recalling those they have retired to come and show their experience? They are all collapsed. The security system of Nigeria have collapsed. I am telling you. Now, the people that have retired, though, they are needing their service now. They are bringing them back. And this one is advocating for more recruits because nobody is interested in taking up the job. So those who are going to take the job will be the Boko Haram. And they will send them to East. And they will all die there. Because we will not spare any of them.
Lamenting, we start saying, so that is not the solution. Let us address this matter. Let us get more police on ground. Let us train them. Let us have the equipment. Let us make sure that where you keep these people are adequately protected. Let us make sure that justice is dispensed quickly.
You are describing an overhaul. What you're trying to do is like an overhaul.
Of course.
Where do we start from?
We start from getting more personnel on ground. What the people say there, they don't have enough number, and they were calling out for help, and nobody was around there. So what do we do? Make sure that such places, not only that of Kujena,
they were calling and nobody was around them. All of them are in the east.
Such places all over the country, you make sure that there is adequate protection around, in and outside that kind of facility, number one. Then number two, you make sure that there are people that are on standby that will be given some timeline to say if there is a distress call, you must be at social place within social time. So that if they don't meet that and it happens, then you can say you are responsible. And this
yes, Hilary Bekay, he's advocating for more money because he's in charge of the logistics of the military. Yes, I remember. He's the chairman of the committee.
Nobody's talking about that. Everybody is saying, oh, there are insiders there. Oh, some people say, I'm disappointed that all this lamentation is not the solution. And then after that is it. You start arguing on what the Senate president or the president said, and you ignore the problem. And therefore, even talking about the solution will not be there completely. This is part of the problem. I've said it several times, you are my friend. But part of the problem we even have is like this one now, the press. Instead of talking about the issue and the ideas, you are talking about event and you are talking about people. And it is only lesser mind that discusses people and events. Great minds should be discussing ideas. What do we do now that this has happened?
Technical agreement. When the president, the Senate president, and people like yourself speak about the issue, then it calls attention for it because you are privy to information. Now, if you tell me something, I take it seriously because of your position as a politician in this country. Now, that's why the implication of this is what we are looking solution for. Now, the big question here, which bothers me, those guys that are on the loose, what they are capable of doing.
Roads abandoned to bandits and kidnappers. Who is in charge of Nigeria's security? The president is talking of this time. Most times he has shocked by the rest of us by the absence of good governance under him. Regardless of his campaign promises and the manifesto of his political party, Nigeria has rolled back in terms of development. From Naira continually losing its value to a recently launched locomotive trains breaking down in the middle of nowhere. Nigeria has to be working for some people though. The government can do no wrong. To this set of people, their money isn't being stolen, even if the money is being borrowed, leaving debts for their own children to pay in future. Even if the leaders don't use public institutions, from sending their children to Ivy League schools abroad to getting medical treatment abroad, some people who have nothing and we need to donate money for their medical bills if they have a serious ailment, continue to hail the obvious lack of good governance till Nigeria happens to them. Then